Hello everyone, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for being here with me. So today we're going to be featuring Tom Ford. I have several of eyeshadows, obviously the bronzer, something for the eyebrows and things like that. So thank you very much for being here. I think I just said that. I guess I just wanted to see how I can shift. As you notice, this is a work in progress. If you've been with me, you know that I was in a different space and I just moved here. So the last video was plain white and the previous one was just craziness behind me. But today we are adding and testing, see what will be the thing that you like and the thing that I like, right? So far I had to add a plant everywhere where I go. There's plenty of spaces in my home and I have lots of plants. So I had to put a plant there. And then of course a candle. I didn't mean to put such a big candle, but I tried different things back there and it's a work in progress. So you let me know if this is a little bit nice or comfortable for the eye, because it's tricky. There's a difference between what looks good just in person and what looks good on camera. It's very interesting, the process. Of course, I'm learning. Also, I tried different lights and I'm still struggling with it. I like the light on the other room better. But here I am just with the ring light. Seems to be the best, that it works the best of all that I tried. So we'll see what you think and let's see if it works. Obviously, I'm recording on my phone. All right, so as you know, if you've been with me and for those that are new, I'm trying a new foundation every day. And this was from one of your requests and to see kind of reviews of what I suggested. So before I did that, I wanted to try one foundation per day. And I'm coming to a close. I probably will try one or two more and then I'll give you my conclusion of all the ones that I have tried. If you want to see, obviously you can look at the videos before today. So today I am wearing the Tom Ford Stick Foundation. This is in Porcelain 0.5 and I love this baby to travel for every day. So one thing I didn't do today, so it's not fair for this, even though it doesn't seem like it mattered, was I forgot to put moisturizer. The reason I forgot to put moisturizer is because I saw a recommendation from Lisa Eldridge for drier skin to use as a moisturizer primer for her foundation, which I'll be trying soon, I have tried it, you've seen me from the samples, but I received it. So I'm very happy to now try them with some of her products. And anyhow, she recommended this moisturizer primer for those that have dry skin. She also had another recommendation for those with rosacea, or for those with more oily skin. But this one was for dry skin and I'm dry skin. So I got it. I'll show it to you. So I wanted to try it here with you, but I totally forgot. So I'll try it in the next video, but it's this one. She mentions that in her video where she's talking about her foundation. It's called Embryolisse Moisturizing Lip Creme Concentrate Multifunction Nourishing Moisturizer. And then it says moisturizer makeup primer moisturizing mask for all skin types. So I don't know, you'll be watching me try it on and I'll try it a whole week. I wanted to try it today with a different foundation, but excuse me, I forgot. But I will be trying and I'll let you know. And this is very inexpensive. I got it on Amazon for like $16. So I'm interested. I want to see. So I didn't have a moisturizer on, but I did try this and this is very moisturizing. It's also illuminating. It's probably one of my favorite ones, probably on the third choice, because my favorite, as you know, is the Dewdrop foundation. And then is the, the Lisa Eldridge is up there. Those two are more for me to go out. I mean, going out not a night or partying or full, because they're very, very light foundations or natural looking foundations. But going out to a lunch and get together, dinner at my house, just when I'm a little dressed up. You know, those are my favorites. But then for every day, like right now I'm gonna go and run errands, I would use the Westman Atelier. Here I am. I'm talking like if I see the video of the foundation. So let's move on. So this is what I put on, okay? Now the interesting part about this is the stick, and excuse me, it looks bad because I forgot to roll it in and I close it and now I have some in there. Don't do that. That drove me crazy, but whatever. So this one has plenty still. So what I do is I just plot it or swipe a little bit where I have more red, and then I use my favorite brush, which you heard me talk about, the Dual, and I apply it. I have other brushes for foundation. Perhaps one day I can try different brushes with the foundations, but to me, this is my favorite. And you heard me talk about plenty by now. But I use that and spread it all over. And so it looks very nice, especially that I'm not wearing moisturizer. It is lovely. And then I wore some of Tom Ford, and this is Tom Ford, of course. And I wore some of this Tom Ford shade in Illuminate in intensity 0.05. You also have heard me that this is a daily must. And that's what I'm wearing right now, that's all. Of course, very plain canvas, but don't like to greet you this way, but it is what it is, at least for these 2 weeks that I've been trying foundations. All right, the next thing I wanted to share with you, I tried this fragrance before. For those that are new to my channel, I try a fragrance every time as well. And this one I try with you guys. I think this is what started to try a different fragrance in every video. But I ordered it online to Sephora sale. I think I told you I would because I had the sample. Yeah, so here's the sample, which I still have some. And that made me order this. I didn't order the full size because I have plenty, I have lots, and then I forget about them, and then they just sit there, right? So I ordered the travel size. So here it is. And so let's try it out. This is the Guerlain Aqua Legoria Mandarin Basilic. And I just love this fragrance. It's very uplifting for sure. Positive, optimistic, young. It's just a perfect everyday uplifting mood sort of fragrance. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm gonna wear this because I wanna wear beautiful, you know, for other people. Like sometimes I would, not for other people, for myself as well, but you know what I mean. Like when people, you walk into a room and they're like, you smell lovely. Usually for me, it's more the flowers, perfumes, not citric. But citric is one of those that you're like, what is that that's smelling? You know, what is that that uplifts? What is that that is optimistic? And for me, this helps me a lot. It helps me, you know, makes me happier. I don't know what to tell you. So I really recommend that fragrance. Good God. Of course, I could have done that before I spoke to you, but, you know, I like to do it with you. I'm inviting you to my sacred space where I get ready. Get ready with me. All right, so let's move on. Now, I don't have the blushes of Tom Ford. I've been kind of on and off about ordering. You know, Tom Ford came with these new blushes, which come 2 in the set. They're $90. And I don't know, I've been on and off about it. It hasn't totally convinced me. I was about to order the lightest shade, which I heard great things about it, until one of the YouTubers, I can't remember who, let me see if I can think. I don't remember who, oh, I think the Italian girl. Oh my God, I'm terrible with names. You know, she's from Italy and she's great. Something Rose, well, I'll put it down below so you know. But she said that the lightest shade of the Tom Ford duos, the ones that just came out, was very, very similar to the Chantecaille Butterfly blush, which I do have. And that butterfly blush, I think is Laughter, or, well, she has another names, but you know it's a butterfly one. That one barely is noticeable on me, barely, you can't really tell. So I use it more for blurring effect or just a little softening in this pinkish sort of thing. So it really doesn't work for me as a blush. Like I wouldn't use it just by itself. So when I heard that, I was discouraged from getting it. And then there's the three in the middle, 3 or 4 that are very peachy. And I'm not in the mood of more peachy blushes. So I was, And then there's the 6th one, which is very plum. And I'm not one that wears plum all the time. I have a few, but you know. So I still on the fence. If you recommend one or you know a specific color, you say, oh my God, it will look great on you, please let me know. And I will get it. Or if you want me to review it, of course I will get it. And there is, I think, number 3, that is the one that most have suggested or liked. So if you are interested, there you go. Number 3 is the one for my fair skin that has been recommended the most. All right, so because I don't have a blush, I mean, I had to ramble all of that to tell you I don't have Tom Ford blush. I'm gonna use, this is one of my favorite, and what an opportunity. I think I mentioned it in one video, but this is La Prairie Cream Blush. Let me show you. This is a well-loved, this is my everyday I'm in the run real quick, because it just gives me a tiny bit of color and I really appreciate it. You see that? It's just a very natural. Of course, I have the Westman Atelier kind of blushes, but to me, the Westman Atelier, I like using them when I use the full line and her bronzer and her foundation and things like that. I find that they really go very light, even though they have color, but they go in very light, and then they don't last that long, at least in my experience. Now, when I have her full line of makeup, it doesn't bother me that much because I put the bronzer and then there's the highlight that has color in it. So it kind of looks well for several hours, so it's not a big deal. But when I'm not wearing her line and I'm just in the run, it's not strong enough. I mean, even the Poppy, which is a pop of color, is very pinky. I find that one is a little exaggerated for my everyday. So again, I haven't found the happy medium unless I would combine some of those. And I'm talking again when I'm not wearing everything else. And so that's why this is the one that I go to. Now, I do own several of other cream blushes, and there you go. You know, sometimes I can do a video with all those comparisons. There's even some Shiseido blushes that I love. I don't know, they're not very spoken about in YouTube, so I might talk about it. I have like 5 of their shades. You know, these ones, they're very interesting and on consistency and application. I will do a video on this. The interesting part is when I'm here talking to you guys, I start coming up with all these ideas of videos to do comparison and everything else. But when I'm off of camera, I'm like, what should I do today? And it's like running a blank. Have you ever had that? Oh my God, that's so frustrating. Yes, of course, I can write them down, and I have written them down. I have a list. But there's also the mood. Am I in the mood to do that? You know? So it's not just what I want to show you. It's also, you know, would that be fun for me? Because, you know, I created this channel to have fun. And so, and to create and to kind of go with my flow and see what's calling me. That is my exploration, by the way. So I appreciate that you guys have been interested on this channel and that you comment, and that is, you know, yeah, it's very lovely. It's very nice. It's encouraging for sure. So thank you. All right, so there's a blush. So let's go for the eyeshadows. Now I have 2 palettes and I was debating on which one to wear. So I have let me take this out. I have the First Frost, which was very talked about here in YouTube. So maybe you have it, First Frost. And then I have this Soleil et Lune. Also talked about in here in YouTube, but I haven't heard much about it later on. This one, I still hear about it. I still hear of people wearing it. So obviously very neutral. So it has that pinkish, very illuminating, and the brown. So I'm gonna, since this is mentioned the most, I'm gonna put a little bit of this. And the other one looks more springy like. I mean, here in Miami it's hot. You can wear spring colors, not a big deal. People wear white, even though we're getting close to Thanksgiving and things of that nature. But I'll wear this since it's more neutral. So again, this is the First Frost number 4, and it is in the white case. I don't know if the white case is what you can get it now, but I know that you can still get the quad. So, all right, I'm gonna start first with the pink. I was gonna start with the white, but it might be too white. So I'm gonna start with the pink, and I'm gonna start in my, oh, it's very light. Yeah, can you see? All right, so I'm gonna just put it all over. Because remember, I always say to start in the bottom center of your lid, because if it's too bright or too shiny or too whatever, you want the shine to be there. Not if it's a strong color like the dark brown. There you want to start more on the outside. But if it's the light color and you know it has some shimmer or some sparks or whatever, it's good to start in the center. That way the strongest will be there, and then you decide if you want to spread it out or spread it in the inner corner or up or whatever. So I love how that looks. Very, very light, right? Very, very nice. My goodness. Okay, I'll put it in the other one. We're gonna do a simple eyelid. I have to go and run some errands. And I'm actually, tell me what you guys think. The more I think of where this channel can go, because you know, when you first start, you don't know, right? And so I wanted to showcase a lot of the brands, and I still have plenty to keep showcasing. And even the brands that I have spoken about, I haven't talked about all the products. But I don't know, this trying out all these foundations that I have every day and things like that have dried my skin quite a bit. And I find that that's not necessarily, you know, where my channel could go. This thing about, you know, being very precise and trying one and then the other and then comparing and then telling you all my thoughts, you know, that kind of analysis. I'm not sure that's where this channel should go. I mean, you guys tell me. But I was thinking, and let's see what you guys think. Perhaps I can do like the everyday, very casual sort of looks, the way I actually wear makeup. You know, here with you guys, we can catch up. And you see the different looks with the different brands, with items that we already all have or, you know, start collecting sort of thing. What do you guys think? Would you like that idea? I mean, you know, of course it will look different every day because I will be using different products and my mood will be different, but it would all be like this, understated, easy, simple. You know, I even like the background for that. Very simple. The clutter, nice. We can do a little sun here. I mean, I wouldn't say meditation, but who knows? We can even start bringing up some of the topics that are happening. I mean, of course, everybody likes to talk about the hot topics, but are a little depressing or harsh, and probably you're here in the makeup YouTube videos like I was to disconnect precisely from that. But maybe we can introduce some optimistic or positive topics. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, see what they sound like. Okay, so I'm putting the white under my eyebrow. And I'm gonna put a little bit in the inner corner. And I'm gonna put a little bit in the center bottom. You know, I hadn't done that for so long, but I remember it was a big deal back in the day. So that's more or less. I mean, I did apply this one on the outer corner. Sorry, I missed it. And let's do a little bit of the darkest of dark, just to kind of do a liner. And I don't have any of these lines, eye lines. Are they any good? Do you guys know? Do you have any? I don't owe any of their eye lines. I hadn't even thought about it. I mean, I know Tom Ford is huge on the quads, on this different quads, and I own like 10 of them. So I enjoyed those. But I never thought of getting their eyeliners. I guess they're not that great because I don't hear a lot about them. Do we even, I'm sure that it does. All right, so I'm loving this. I'm loving how easy, how diverse this palette is. No wonder people talk about it all the time, because you can leave those out. You can just try 2, you can try 3. And I have to give back, this is one of my favorites. Look at the foundation. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the other videos with my other foundations that I have worn. I look like Cruella. I mean, no offense, but I look like Cruella. You'll hear my notes when I do this summary. But I feel that they age me instead of helping me out. That's just my thoughts. Even if I was going to an elegant gown, something, I prefer to look less done, but prettier than all perfect makeup and my skin look like Cruella. I mean, what do you think? All right, well, there you have it. Now I'm gonna apply, I'm gonna be using 2 items here. So I have this lipstick, which is Casablanca. I got the mini, you know I'm very big on minis. I got this mini to try it out, and I've been loving it. So now I'm curious about other lipsticks of the line. I don't have any other lipsticks from Tom Ford. I heard there's this Sugar Glide that everybody talks about, so I'm very curious about that color. I'm just a little afraid if it's too light, but I am gonna go and check it out at the store because I need to go to the mall, and I'm gonna go and check it out and I'll let you know. So, but today we're gonna use this Casablanca, which I've been loving. And now I'm not gonna order the full size because I have this mini. I mean, if this mini ends, then I'll order the big size. But if it doesn't end because I have so much makeup, but there you go. I really like it. How about you guys? Seriously, and the formula, it's so nice for everyday, for elegant, it shows a little bit of your texture, which makes it look sort of natural every day. The color is perfect, understated, but lovely, romantic, healthy. So I love it. I'm gonna use, this was one of the lip liners that Lisa Eldridge had recommended before she came out with hers. And this is the color Versatile Chestnut. The reason I'm gonna use this is because this particular color is very brown. I want you to check this out. You see that? And I like that for under the lips. It's too dark for this color, if you notice. But I figure if I mix it a little bit, it will enhance my lips, you see? Now I wanna make sure that we do blend it with the lipstick. So perhaps on this one, I should have put it first and then the lipstick on top. And I don't know why I felt like doing that today. I guess I saw this video on YouTube where they were comparing the 2001 kind of makeup to 2021, and they had half a face of one and half a face of the other. It was extremely interesting. The lipstick was glossier in 2021. This one is not necessarily glossier, but it does have some shine, right? But the 2002 was that very dark eyeliner and then a lighter lipstick where it was very noticeable, the eyeliner, which I thought it was funny because no, I did not like it then and I don't think I like it now. So I'm not trying to do that. But there you have it. Now, I don't have Tom Ford mascara. So tell me if you recommend it. I haven't heard great things about it. So I'm gonna use the Roller Lash from Benefit. Yes, it's not that luxury. I mean, let's see, maybe, give me 1 second. I might have one, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I didn't have one from Tom Ford. I have a full box of new mascaras that been sent to me, like samples or things like that, that I want to go through it and I want to actually try them. Probably some of them might have already been dry, so I need to go through them and you know, kind of throw out the ones that don't work anymore. But no, I don't have the Tom Ford one, but I did find this Clé de Peau. And what is this? This is Mascara, Perfect Lash Mascara one. All right, well, let's try this one, right? I mean, it's probably a very nice mascara, and why not try it? Doesn't look like it's dried out yet. That's a good thing.